F it Friday. First nickel package out of the chute. The Detroit Lions nickel package. Let's go.
All right, first question of the Detroit Lions nickel package. How much pressure is on Dan Campbell to succeed this year?
Everybody. That pressure's on everybody. Again, guys, going back to yesterday, this is real. You are on the main stage, and the Monday Night Football, you're downtown, and you're on the main stage, and Monday Night Football crowd's just getting out. All the eyes will be on you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, Spenny. You've been there before.
Oh, yeah.
It's all encompassing. This is for keeps, everybody.
Yeah.
This is real. The pressure's on Dan Campbell. It's on Jared Goff. It's on Brad. It's on everybody. Because, again, we haven't discussed it. I don't feel like we're there mentally to discuss it. But what if they don't?
What if they don't? And more specifically, what if Dan Campbell doesn't quite relieve some of the demons of his past and maybe blow a game or two with his coaching decisions? I mean, he's done it, I'd say, 4 times in his Detroit Lions tenure. In 2021 with Baltimore and Chicago, and last year with Buffalo and Minnesota. He obviously looked a lot better. He's also made some great decisions like firing Anthony Lynn, empowering Ben Johnson, and even getting rid of Aubrey Pleasant looked like the right move. But I would still say he's relatively unproven as a head coach. I think he's more proven as a leader of men, but I don't know. If they don't succeed, I think Dan Campbell might be on the hot seat depending on the circumstances.
Corey Berry, WoodwardSports.com chat thread, AG2. And you know what, Corey? Good call.
Yeah.
His ass is in the pressure cooker, too. That's the nature of you want the shine. Like everybody wants the shine, right?
Yeah.
Here's the shine. This is a one-way street now.
Oh, yeah.
Succeed.
Can't go back.
You can't go back. It's a one-way street. You ain't going backwards, man.
No.
You want the shine. You got to be prepared for all the smoke. Second down.
All right, next question. Are you still concerned with the defensive tackle position for the Detroit Lions?
Yeah, because I can't. And guys, look, maybe this is a PTSD thought process, which I am saying right now, too, as we get ready to roll into the summer and into next year. That's fair. If you find yourself struggling with that, that's fair. It is. It's a fair thing to bring on. I can't get that Carolina game out of my mind.
Oh, that's fair.
I can't. I know Jack Campbell's here now. That's what I was told. Jack Campbell's here. But I can't get that game out of my mind. Now, they were 1-6, so they had to be perfect. It was unrealistic to expect. But still, 300 yards rushing almost in a half. Yes, I'm concerned about that. I'm sorry, but I am.
And that is 100% fair. I mean, are they counting on Levi Onwuzurike to come back healthy? He's an unknown. Broderick Martin, the only way that they really addressed their defensive line in the draft, he was a third-round pick. I would say he's a relative unknown. Guys like Isaiah Buggs, Benito Jones, Aleem McNeil, I think those are all just kind of guys. I think Aleem McNeil's better than all of them, but he's just kind of a rotational piece. And I don't want to keep bringing this up, but I will, the Lions had Jalen Carter sitting right there, and they passed him up, and the Philadelphia Eagles decided, we'll take him, even though they are Super Bowl or bust. That's the thing. If Jalen Carter turns out to be a great player, and the Detroit Lions defensive line has some holes, and they're giving up, and their rush defense is poor, that's going to be a problem. We're going to look back at that.
Michael Lide says, at Carolina, we had to play on a defective field, man. Michael, appreciate you tapping into the show. I don't want to hear that shit this year. I don't want to hear it. Like with this Kansas City Chiefs game, guess what, Michael? You ain't getting the calls, bruh. They're giving out Super Bowl rings and raising banners, and it's the toughest environment in the National Football League. Yes, you have to beat the officials. You have to beat the environment. And oh, by the way, you got to beat Patrick Mahomes, too, and Andy Reid. That's the score going in. That's what you're walking into. I don't want to hear about the field or the refs or the environment. I don't want to hear about that, man. If you're a good football team, you find a way. You find a way. Everyone that I see, man, I'm calling them out because that shit's over. Defective field. Carolina didn't have a problem with it. All right, third down.
Can David Montgomery break Jamal Williams' touchdown record?
I'll always say, as long as Penei Sewell's here, Frank Ragnow's here, yeah, man. Why not? Penei Sewell, if you look at these, I wish we could do a breakdown. These goal line touchdowns that Jamal Williams runs for, Penei Sewell's like 6 yards into the end zone.
Yeah,
he's at like the logo every single time. Spenmo Raxter could break the record next year running behind Sewell.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. He can break it. There was nothing in Jamal Williams' past history in his career that indicated that he was going to have a 17 rushing touchdown season. A lot of it is just luck. A lot of it was Jamal Williams being the goal line touchdown merchant, as I've called him repeatedly throughout last season. So David Montgomery, he is a better back. He could get those same kind of opportunities, but I would tend to say that he won't. I don't think he will, but of course he can. It wasn't Jamal Williams. It was the line. It was the fact that they kept getting stopped at the 1 and the 2. It's more random than it is an indication of your greatness.
No, I would agree with that. Plus Penei Sewell is a gold jacket loading.
Oh yeah, the line.
I hope the Hall of Fame heeded my advice and just made the jacket all ready to stay in front of inflation. Cost of materials keeps going up. Save yourself some money. Size him right now and go ahead and make that jacket. He'll be back to collect it in about 12 years.
Hey, we certainly hope so, and he's on the right trajectory for damn sure.
Well, plus the five-year waiting period. All right, about 17 years.
Yeah.
He'll be back for it. All
Next question. Who should be the captains for next season for the Detroit Lions? One on each side of the ball.
If it were me, I mean, the veteran, I know that, like, we work in this veteran mindset all the time. So people, the football people will probably say, like, Taylor Decker, on the off, or maybe Goff or Taylor Decker on the one side of the ball. And I'm a simp.
Oh, you're gonna
and
say pennies.
100% I am. 100% I am. Because again, for me, everything changed when he walked in the door and got up in Nick Bosa's face and Aaron Donald's face and said, "Yesterday's prices are not today's prices." That was a big moment for me. I think when we look back on it, it'll be a big moment for this franchise. Now, give me the romanticism, and I'll tell you on the other side, Aiden Hutchinson should be.
Okay, that's fair.
Sewell and Hutchinson. That's the renaissance of
wow.
Detroit Lions football. Those two guys, and that's me saying that. Right? I have my questions.
Yeah.
He answered them.
Yeah, that's fair. Man, you made me think about this one. It's not as cut and dry as you think. I would probably say Jared Goff. Just you want your quarterback to be your leader and to be your captain, and he did earn it with last season's play. He had a damn good year, and he was a great leader. And on defense, I would also, you know what? I'm going to go Aiden Hutchinson as well. I think he is the guy. If he really pans out and takes the next step in a couple of years and continues to steadily improve, I think he's the type of guy that can become the face of this franchise in a similar way that J.J. Watt was for the Houston Texans. I'm not saying Aiden Hutchinson is going to be J.J. Watt, but just that face of the franchise like J.J. Watt is. You don't see defensive ends being faces of the franchise that often. I think Aiden Hutchinson can do that.
Real Cream of Wheat says, or TK85. That's viable. That is a viable alternative. Fifth down.
Fifth down, last question of the nickel package. Where will the offensive line rank if it stays healthy?
Top 5, lock, ironclad, ceiling of a top 3. Lane Johnson's still one of the GOATs. So Philadelphia, they just push their pile that way.
Yeah, that way.
Man, Spenny slipping over there.
Yeah, that way.
There he is. All right, everybody. Top 5, lock, ironclad, ceiling of a top 3.
I would say at best second to Philadelphia, and at worst I would say 4. I think it's going to be Philadelphia, Kansas City, Cleveland, Detroit, any order. But I do think Philadelphia will be the solid ironclad 1.
Uncle Neal's soft feet say Kennedy.
I mean, we all know he's a hard worker, right? Let's do all the stereotypes.
Kennedy.
Somebody you'd want your daughter to date.
Mr. August. I can't wait for Mr. August. That's
yes.
Michael Leite. TK85, Mr. August. I can't wait. I am going to an NFL exhibition game this year. I'm going. And when Tom Kennedy comes out of the game, I'm leaving.
That's fair.
Let him cook.
let TK85 cook.